Did you know that the Hawthorne Seventh-day Adventist Church is older than the LAX airport? That's right. So how did it come to be? What is Hawthorne's story? Well, the year was 1921. There were about 4 Sabbath-keeping families who moved into Lawndale, and after learning about their shared faith, the Sabbath school was formed, interest grew, and Elder J.W. Rich came to Hawthorne for a series of tent meetings near the Hawthorne Water Tower. The interest created from these meetings formed the nucleus of the Hawthorne Church, which was organized by W.M. Adams on December 10, 1921, with 11 charter members. LAX Airport was established in 1928. After meeting in an old store building for several months, a lot was purchased on Plaza Square, and before the close of 1922, services were held in the new building. The membership was now at 46. Shortly after that, the building was moved to a new location on Menlo Avenue, where a 2-room school was also erected. This plant was dedicated on December 31, 1927. In 1932, under the leadership of Elder Earl Reynolds and with a membership of 189, a need was felt for a church in Inglewood, and so a new church was built in Inglewood with its first meeting on August 18, 1934. Nearly all of the members at Hawthorne then transferred to the Inglewood Church. At a Wednesday night meeting, it was voted to close Hawthorne Church, but on the following Sabbath, the vote was rescinded. The Hawthorne Church, with a much smaller membership, continued at the Menlo Avenue location until 1952, when the 82 members began a badly needed remodeling program under the leadership of Elder Don Reynolds. This 20,000 project resulted in a new modern structure dedicated on March 13, 1954. Within a year, additional Sabbath school rooms and church space were needed. The Lord secured the land at its present location on the corner of Marine Avenue and Prairie Avenue. Part of the land on the west of the church was sold to finance the sanctuary building, on which construction started April 1956. On November 17, 1956, the first services were held in the sanctuary, and on March 22, 1958, dedication services were held. This was the last Sabbath that Elder Don Reynolds pastored the Hawthorne Church, and in appreciation of his leadership, the youth chapel was named Reynolds Chapel. Tragedy struck on March 22, 1969, 11 years to the day after its dedication, when the sanctuary was completely destroyed by fire. A mentally disturbed man was bent on burning down the churches before Easter. Hawthorne Church was the first of 4 he set on fire before being caught. For the next 21 months, while rebuilding, the congregation worshipped at a neighboring church, the Alondra First Methodist Church. On November 20, 1971, the completed present-day structure was dedicated. In July 1972, Elder James Walter came to pastor, and work continued on the church plant as construction began on the fellowship hall in August 26, 1973. Because of the Adventist emphasis on health, cooking classes were held in the new fellowship hall, and several stop smoking clinics were conducted in the Reynolds Chapel. A school for exceptional children ran for several years. The Tongan ministry, starting in the Reynolds Chapel, flourished and grew. The Pohiva family, Supeli Lolia, and family were amongst the first that led many other families to establish the membership there. In recent years, Hawthorne gained an interest in international mission trips, where members funded and participated in several different projects which took place in Fiji, Belize, and Tonga. And now, Hawthorne continues to reach its community with its local food bank, which draws many different families to its parking lot every week. Today, we celebrate 100 years of what God has done through the Hawthorne Seventh-day Adventist Church. Let us hasten the coming of the Lord by continuing the mission that was planted in the hearts of the few families that began the building of this church.